All right, guys. So I think I'm going to go through and I'm going to share my Packers 53-man roster prediction right now. I put it out in my newsletter earlier today, but I'm just going to quickly go through it, and then we'll see. We'll see what I get right and wrong on Tuesday. So I'm going to start off here at quarterback. I'm going with Jordan Love, Sean Clifford. I think that, Matt LaFleur said Sean Clifford is going to be the backup. I don't think the Packers keep 3 quarterbacks. I feel like Alex Magoo could end up on the practice squad. Then going to running back, I'm saying the Packers keep 3. And Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, the top 2. And here's the thing about the running back position is the fact that last year, the Packers only kept 2 running backs. They then elevated Patrick Taylor from the practice squad. So I don't think the Packers need to keep a 3rd running back because they're going to get some of these guys on the practice squad. And here's my thinking too. So if you look at this 3rd running back spot, the Packers lots of times like to keep their draft picks. And we look at Lou Nichols, who has been dealing with an injury. I do wonder, though, if he's almost healthy, because he's a draft pick, because last year the Packers were able to, move Patrick Taylor to the practice squad. I think the same thing could happen with Emmanuel Wilson. My prediction is the Packers keep Lou Nichols as their 3rd running back. That's my prediction. Wide receivers: Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, Jaden Reed, Samori Toure, Dontavian Wicks, Malik Heath as a 6th receiver, because he has consistently produced through training camp, through preseason, played really well. And then I'm saying they keep 7 with Grant Dubose as their 7th receiver because he is a draft pick, a 7th-round pick. He dealt with some injuries, but has come back recently. I think the Packers keep Dubose. They have to keep Heath because I think he's played really well. And then considering Dubose as a draft pick, I go with Dubose. Then moving to tight end, I'm saying the Packers keep 3 tight ends. Matt LaFleur mentioned the other day how basically they don't need to keep 4. Tyler Davis down with his ACL tear, so they're not keeping him clearly on the roster. Probably go to IR. So I'm going Luke Musgrave, Tucker Kraft, Josiah DeGuara. Now at offensive line, I'm saying the Packers keep 9. Bakhtiari, Elton Jenkins, Josh Myers, John Runyon Jr., Zach Tom, Rasheed Walker, Yosh Nijman, Sean Ryan, Royce Newman. I was debating Caleb Jones, but I'm saying Caleb Jones is going to end up on the practice squad just because you look at the fact that Rasheed Walker has become a solid tackle here, backup. Yosh Nijman has also become a solid backup tackle. That's why I say Caleb Jones doesn't make it. If they kept 10, I would see them keeping Caleb Jones. And then Sean Ryan, Royce Newman, who have had ups and downs, but I'm still going with them making the roster. That's the offense. Now to defense. Defensive line, I'm going 6. I was debating between 5 and 6. I'm going with 6. Kenny Clark, Devontae Wyatt, TJ Slayton, Carl Brooks, Colby Wooden, and then I'm going with Jonathan Ford as the final guy. So last year the Packers kept Ford on the roster. I think he still made some nice plays, and so I'm going with him at the end there. Edge rusher, I'm going 5. Rashawn Gary, Preston Smith, J.J. Enagbare, Lucas Van Ness, and Justin Hollins. I just discussed this a little bit earlier today, but I think that when you look at Justin Hollins, he started off camp with the ones next to Preston Smith with Rashawn Gary injured. And I know Brenton Cox has played really well this preseason, but I think the Packers keep Hollins because he has more experience, and the fact that he started off with the ones, I just don't think he's going to fall off the roster. But we'll see there. Inside linebacker, I'm going with 5. Devondre Campbell, Quay Walker, Isaiah McDuffie, Eric Wilson, Tariq Carpenter. The top 3, I feel like, are pretty much locks, with McDuffie being the backup there behind Campbell and Walker. And the thing is with Eric Wilson and Tariq Carpenter, they're both big special teams guys. Eric Wilson was a big special teams guy last year. So was Tariq Carpenter. And so that's the reason I think they keep 5 there to help the special teams. Couple more to go. Cornerback, 5. Jair, Rasul Douglas, Keyshawn Nixon, Carrington Valentine, Ennis Gaines. Ennis Gaines can also play safety, and he's also big in special teams. This is with the idea that Eric Stokes starts on the PUP list. If he doesn't, then he'll be in here somewhere, and it would change things, but that's my prediction because he hasn't come off yet. Safety, I'm going 5. Darnell Savage, Rudy Ford, Tarvarius Moore, Anthony Johnson Jr., Dallin Levitt. I had one flyer here. I was going the Packers don't keep Jonathan Owens. He wasn't really good, even though he started in Houston. He's had the worst PFF grade among all Packers safeties of 43.7, and we only paid him $1 million. And because Anthony Johnson Jr. as a 7th rounder, in my mind, has more promise, Dallin Levitt has been a huge special teams guy here. He probably won't, play at safety, but he is a safety, and he was a big get for Rich Bisaccia when he came in, so I don't see them cutting him. So that's my prediction. They let Owens go. Now special teams, Anders Carlson, kicker. The Packers are going with him regardless. Punter, I'm going Daniel Whelan beats out Pat O'Donnell. Today they each punted twice. I think the Packers have a nice young talent, and Whelan, however you say his name. Not exactly sure. I need to look up his pronunciation. But I think considering he's young and the Packers seem to like him and the competition has continued, and Matt LaFleur's discussed it. Brian Gutekunst has also discussed it. So I'm going O'Donnell gets beat out by the young player. Finally, long snapper Matt Orzech. He was signed to a 3-year deal this offseason, and I think there's no doubt he's going to be the long snapper. So that is my 53-man prediction.